Man, I was surfing through the tube land. When I saw the story, I was like, wow, you have got to be effing kidding me. Let me turn it up a little bit. Check it out. It's called Predator Cop Gets 0 Jail Time. Judge has allowed a predator cop to avoid jail time. The description is a cop who repeatedly raped a 14-year-old child took a plea deal where he gets no jail time. None at all. Let's get to the video.
Repeatedly raped a 14-year-old child. The judge lets him go home. He does not have to register as a sex offender.
Wow.
He gets no jail time. Let's put up a picture of the cop.
That's fucking bullshit.
Now, I'm about to give you cause and effect.
Right there.
Of a cop,
look at this piece of fucking work, ladies and gentlemen, right there.
Who conspired against
Real
this
piece of work he
14-year-old
is.
child who everyone agrees is the victim. See that guy? After striking a plea deal with prosecutors,
Here we go. Let's show him one more time.
one-time Tennessee sheriff's deputy who was accused of repeatedly raping a 14-year-old girl over a period of 20
Real
months,
fucking piece of work.
will
that
serve
cop
no
is,
time in prison and does not have to register as a sex offender. His name.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. If I was that girl's father, I would seek out justice my way. I would take a baseball bat and fucking fling it upside his head. Justice my way. If I was that girl's father.
Put his picture up again.
Let's do it
His
one
name
more
is
time.
Brian O. Beck.
Brian O. Beck. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen.
Is 47 years of age.
47.
He pleaded guilty to a single count
Pleaded guilty.
of aggravated assault on Monday, according to court records filed in Shelby County Court. That plea deal was part of an arrangement between Beck and the prosecutors. A member of the Shelby County DA's office confirmed to Law and Crime publication. So, you have the cop, right?
Yep.
Now you have the district attorney. You have the DA. Let's put up a picture of the DA.
Let's show what the DA is.
That's the person who's
You're thinking, really? That DA is a woman. What the fuck?
in Shelby County.
Wow.
That's your DA.
That's your district
Her name
attorney,
is
man.
Amy.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a woman.
Amy has a background of her own. A Harvard Law School project ranked Shelby County District Attorney Amy Werrick as the highest in Tennessee for prosecutorial misconduct in a study released not too long ago. Let's put a picture up again.
Let's do it one more time, shall we?
DA.
There she is, Amy Werrick.
By Harvard Law School.
A Harvard Law School graduate.
Basically, the most corrupt DA.
The most
in the United States of America. That's the DA. That's the person in charge of the office who signed off on a deal to allow a child molester
signed up,
who's a former cop to see no jail time and receive absolutely no penalty and does not have to register
nothing at all.
as a sex
he don't even have to
offender.
register.
But the office did say he must complete 150 hours of community service. Who in the hell wants him doing community service?
Nobody does.
It gets.
Do you think anybody wants to have that guy do command? Fuck no. Everybody in their right mind wants to see this piece of shit, this scumbag that preyed on a vulnerable 14-year-old girl, sodomize her over and over. Everybody wants to see this piece of shit locked up in a cage where he belongs forever.
Deeper.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can't rehabilitate fucking child molesters. You can't. They should be castrated behind the system forever.
There's a judge in the case. The judge in the case suspended Beck's nominal 4-year prison sentence. He got 4 years in the plea deal. So the judge accepts the plea deal.
He accepts the plea deal, yeah.
Suspend the
4-year prison sentence.
And said the defendant would instead serve 3 year probation in the sentencing order. Now let me just remind you of something, because I'm about to expose this judge in a moment. Let's put up a picture of this monster who has pleaded guilty to being a monster.
Yeah, let's show it
A
again.
black woman who registered to vote.
Right there.
The black woman is Pamela Moses. We have covered this on Indisputable. She was sentenced to...
And I'm going to bring up something right here. Yeah, look at that. He gets no time. The reason why he brought her up right there. Pamela Moses sentenced to 6 years in prison for illegal registered vote. And I'll bring up something real quick before I start the video up one more time. Remember when Eric Brandt got 90 days for chalking the sidewalk? Yeah, graffiti, chalking the sidewalk. There was a Denver cop. Raped a woman. Violently raped her. And he got 90 days in jail. Same time, amount of time as Eric Brandt. Go figure. That's how fucked up the system is, ladies and gentlemen.
6 years in prison.
Yeah.
For, according to them, illegally registering to vote. We exposed on Indisputable that she had clearance to register from her probation office. The judge in that case said that she tricked her probation office into giving her clearance and sentenced her to 6 years in prison.
Jeez.
Well, thankfully, this Black Lives Matter activist has now been released.
That's why Black Lives Matter movement and activists is much stronger nowadays.
Shows that officials
when George
engaged in
Taylor got shot
against her. There's more.
Here we go.
The order from this judge also requires Beck to serve 150 hours of community service, submit to random drug screening,
and have no contact with the victim. Good luck with that.
That's what you get now if you are a cop who has deep connections to the prosecution and obviously the judiciary of your local area. You get to go home on a charge that could have given you 90 years in prison.
About that 14-year-old girl.
Remember, there's
about
a
that
victim here
no
who was 14 at the time of these rapes.
Fear for her life and safety. A poor 14-year-old.
This is the world's first reusable cotton swab.
Hang on a second. Okay, we're back.
The defendant, this is what the judge is saying. The defendant is not likely to engage in a criminal course of conduct.
Bullshit to me 100%.
To the satisfaction of the court. And that the ends of justice and the welfare of society do not require that the defendant shall presently suffer the penalty imposed by law by incarceration.
Fucking cop-splaining.
The judge is saying, I mean, this poor guy, he's not going to rape another 14-year-old girl repeatedly for 20 months.
Oh, no, he's not going to do it again.
And
he learned his lesson.
I believe he will not do that. He gets to go home. Prosecutorial discretion got him the plea deal. Judicial discretion got him his home deal. Let's put up a picture of the judge.
Let's check this out. Here we go. This is the judge. Whoa.
He's a black man.
Yeah.
He's just as responsible for this miscarriage of justice against a 14-year-old as the DA.
Exactly. You know, it's like when Aaron talked about, he said, you know, when Jimmy Walsh, you know, the victim of the rodents crime, shit like that, you were talking about, oh, just get around like that. They didn't want to do it. Well, guess what? The court and the ball fell on them. Just like the judge like that, give this guy, this cop, 0 jail time. Well, guess what? Mr. Judge, whoever you are, this one's on you, buddy. The court and the ball fell on your lap, and you fucked it up.
He not only accepted this ridiculous deal, he then added a cherry on top to benefit the monster. Suspended the mere 4 years. He actually pleaded guilty to.
Say, 4 years probation.
To go to prison for. Suspended them. His name is Judge Lee Coffey. Judge Lee Coffey signed off on the document.
Judge Lee
Beck will also not have to register as a sex offender according to the order.
On that one.
The Shelby County Sheriff's Office relieved Beck of duty without pay in June 2018. That's according to a press release from the Shelby County DA's office at the time. The document further said that Beck, then 43, had been on the sheriff's force since 2004. Now, let me remind everybody, police officers should be held to a higher standard of care, a higher standard of responsibility, not a lower.
Yeah.
This is why people typically do not like the police. It's not because cops are corrupt and many of them are,
Yep.
it's because when they are corrupt, the system bends to benefit them in ways that...
No, it's not that. The system doesn't bend, it breaks. That's why, in my perspective, this system is broken. You know, that's why, like, cops don't get the proper sentence, you know, that. They commit a crime, they get a fucking pass. That's the problem.
would never consider benefiting another citizen. The victim was 14 when the authorities alleged she was sexually assaulted for the first time. The age of consent is 18.
In many states, the age of consent is 18.
Beck's
Some are
arrested
17.
one day after a grand jury indicted him on 2 counts of rape by force or coercion and 2 counts of sexual battery by an authority figure. Beck would have been facing up to 90 years in prison.
Whoa, you would have been facing 90 years.
Had he been convicted of the 4 counts upon which he was initially indicted.
He was indicted,
by the
gentlemen.
grand jury.
He was indicted.
It was a 14-year-old child that he raped for 20 damn months. This DA, that judge, the cop, the prosecutor that prosecuted the case don't give a damn about the citizens of that county. Let us not forget.
Yeah, and that DA, that Amy chick, that DA, and that judge, that league, that judge, didn't give 2 shits. They gave 0 fucks to that poor 14-year-old girl that was sodomized and traumatized and being groomed and lured by that public fear, which was a police officer. They just say, "Oh, well, we don't care about you. We don't care about you, sweetie. Oh, you'll get over it. You'll be fine. It's okay." No, it's not okay. That fucking cop was facing 9 years. He should have, in my book, he should got at least half of that. And he was gonna get indicted, and he was gonna be found guilty. He would have been.
George Floyd Policing and Accountability Act, if that would have passed, we would have had an opportunity to review the background of these cops. Jackson, what are your thoughts on this?
So I think that what's clear here is the fact that power trumps the law each and every time. And this is why it's so important for all of us to not sit out, not just federally, not just locally, but anything that we see in our communities where we believe where we can be of assistance to make it better, we need to take those steps. Because at the end of the day, this man who committed this disgusting crime went free because the people who were in positions to put him away didn't feel like it. You know, at the end of the day, the law is just a concept that we all agree upon. But power is things like money, positions, access to land, integrity, access to trade routes, things that people can hold in their hands. And we need to make sure that whether it's ourselves or people that we know, we have to be involved, because otherwise this is why it happens. He walked free just because of people in a position didn't want him to go to jail and suffer the consequences. And that's right. That's all there is to it.
And both people involved in this miscarriage of justice against the 14-year-old are elected. That DA is elected, and that judge is an elected.
That's right. To that DA and the judge, well, guess what? This one's on you. You fucked it up. It's like higher power like that. It's like this, that cop was treated like a king, like on the chessboard. The king is a highly valuable piece. Or like a queen. That poor girl was like a fucking pawn. What is a pawn worth on chessboard? Dick, dilly, shit. Think about that. With that said, I'm out of here. My job. Peace out. Much love and respect.